What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Conversation Station. This episode, we're just going to be talking about the new Avengers Doomsday teaser trailers, talking about the storyline a little bit for Avengers Doomsday, and checking out a couple of comic books that I got. The first book I got is a new book that I just got a few days ago. It's Iron Man number 4 from 1968. This sees him fighting a villain named the Unicorn. But this cool comic just sees the Unicorn fighting Tony Stark at like a TV station, and he's actually able to get Tony's able to get his suit out of a briefcase, kind of like Iron Man 2. And once he's able to get to his suit, he puts it on and is able to fight the Unicorn before the Unicorn basically disappears. And Tony Stark, or Iron Man, comes to the conclusion of there must always be an Iron Man. This is really cool, and I was really excited to get it. I seen it in the store, and I was like, oh man, this is probably the oldest one I have so far. Now let's talk about those teaser trailers. That first teaser trailer dropped with Chris Evans returning as Captain America.
I knew it.
Which I think everybody knew that was inevitable, but we just didn't know when or where. It's really good to see him back. I mean, honestly, him playing Cap, there's just way too many stories that still need to be told, and I think he's, completely obviously willing to do it, and I'm really glad. Teaser trailer, it kind of takes us back to where he was when he left in Endgame, and he might be, back in the day when with his family. There's that possibility that the people have been speculating that what Captain America did created incursions, which is one of the things that brought Doom about, and that they may be correct, being that that's what's being shown here. Or it very well could just be a catch-up clip and just show us what, Cap was doing, and maybe show us why he needs to come back or why he ends up where he is in Doomsday. The second teaser trailer we got was Thor saying a prayer to Odin and asking him to help him out and give him strength and help him protect and love his daughter.
Father, all my life I have answered every call to honor, duty, to war. But now fate has given me something I never sought. A child. A life untouched by the storm.
Obviously, he's going up against some kind of fight, one last battle. Hopefully, this isn't the last time we see Thor, but I think they're going to bring him back. It's going to be heavier, and I think it's not going to be as comedic as they have been having it. A lot of these characters really do, they deserve not a reset, but they deserve to be done a little bit differently. I think Hulk is the one people most want to see get reverted back to his, feral state back when they were separated. And I think we may get a chance to see that in the new Spider-Man movie. Also, another one of those things is Thor, Chris Hemsworth was not done playing Thor. There's still so many stories to be told, and I'm just glad he, was willing to put on this suit again. The one thing I am hoping for these movies is more combos of their powers. That would be really cool. This teaser features Shuri, M'Baku, Namor, and the Thing. And Shuri is narrating, and she's talking about how she's lost everything. And yeah, based on what she's been through, if we do get a new T'Challa, I think they have a chance to take Shuri's character in a darker direction, where she could end up, going somewhere and being a lot more hardcore and just, like I said, more, more of a darker character than we've seen.
Of Wakanda. Then, Yancey Street between Broome and Grand.
So awesome to see Ben Grimm and M'Baku connecting together, the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four, being that T'Challa was, premiered as Black Panther in Fantastic Four number 52 back in 1966. Now, one reason I think they're releasing so many teasers is because they have so many cast members and characters that they're going to portray that I think even, showing what they've shown and whatever they're going to show in the trailer, I just don't think you're going to get the full gist of what they're bringing to the table. Hopefully it comes out to where it makes sense. Of course, a lot of people are, nervous about Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom since he's already been Iron Man. But I mean, people have been saying that this Dr. Doom could be a variant of Iron Man. My personal opinion is I don't think this is going to be the definitive Doctor Doom. I think his Doctor Doom is going to possibly be short-lived, and I think another actor who people maybe want more to play Doctor Doom is going to step into that role and say, yep, it's me, and he's going to be the real Doom, and that's how it's going to go. The reason being is, again, I don't think he's done playing Iron Man, and a good kind of segue into my next comic book is the reason that I don't think he's done. In this comic book right here, it's Iron Man number 290. Tony Stark faces near death, is almost dead, and he is put into a laboratory where he himself basically builds his whole body back together. He builds his circulatory system, his lungs, everything, and he does it with tech. He, uses tech to build himself a brand new body. And in this story, he doesn't tell Rhodey about it. Rhodey's really mad at him. He didn't tell Rhodey because he was worried that if it didn't work, he didn't want his family and friends to have to mourn twice. But he's basically paralyzed, stuck in a bed, and he still is able to, since he's made out of tech, he's able to control all his machines and everything, and he's still able to make himself a suit. Whether or not they'll go along those routes with this Tony Stark, because thinking about it, in the funeral scene from Endgame, they really didn't have a body. They just floated, the heart in the water. We didn't see any ashes spread or anything like that I can remember. So the idea that Tony, our Tony, I Love You 3000 Tony, is laying in a laboratory somewhere trying to get better, and just nobody knows, because again, he doesn't know if it's going to work or not. And that being the way that they bring him back would definitely be an interesting way to do it. Now I know people are thinking like, well, he already saved the world. He snapped. He sacrificed himself, and that's what makes him so great and such a different Iron Man. And I think it all calls back to that scene, where Cap tells him, you're not the kind of guy to lay on the wire to let the other guy crawl over you. And Tony's quick response of, I think I just cut the wire.
You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play, to lay down on a wire and let the other guy crawl over you.
I think I would just cut the wire.
I think that would bother him, the fact that he wasn't able to think of anything else other than the snap and what happened. And I think if somehow he was able to kind of survive and build himself back, he would be very not happy with himself that he wasn't able to think of another way out of it. And I think that would be like a burning drive to get back to his daughter and get back to everything. But it would possibly turn him into the superior Iron Man, so that way we could see Robert Downey Jr. as superior Iron Man before he's done with his run. So many characters need to meet and just have scenes together, just to make people excited. Have that cheer at the screen moments, in the theaters again. Honestly, each teaser gets me more excited, and I can't wait for the trailer. I can't wait to see what they're going to reveal. I'd like to know what you think. Do you think RDJ is going to be the definitive Doom for the rest of the time? Do you think this movie is going to not live up to the Endgame and Infinity War hype? Is there anything that you're really hoping to see, or just really hoping that they don't do? I really appreciate any time you spend watching my videos. Thank you, and I hope to see you again.